In the first 3 months of 2025, 12 people were executed across the United States. Each case tells a story of violence, justice, and final words. These are not just headlines. They are the last moments of the condemned. Kenneth Smith, Alabama, January 25, 2025. In 1988, Kenneth Smith was hired to kill a pastor's wife. He broke into her home and stabbed her repeatedly in a contract killing gone wrong. It took decades of legal challenges before his execution was approved. January 25, 2025, Holman Correctional Facility, Alabama. He became the common first person in U.S. history to be executed by nitrogen gas. Last words.
I have nothing more to give.
He struggled visibly before falling unconscious. History was made that night. Marion Bowman, Jater, South Carolina, January 31, 2025. In 2000, Marion Bowman Jr. committed a deadly robbery. He shot and killed a store clerk during a failed heist. After fleeing the scene, he was caught within hours. On January 31, 2025, Bowman entered the death chamber at Broad River Correctional Institution. He offered no resistance. At 6:03 p.m., the injection began. Last words.
I ask God to forgive me.
9 minutes later, he was pronounced dead. Stephen Nelson, Texas, February 5, 2025. In 2002, Stephen Nelson committed a double homicide during an armed robbery. He shot both victims and fled the scene with stolen cash. He was captured days later in a neighboring state. February 5, 2025, Huntsville Unit, Texas. No last meal request. Minimal emotion. Last words.
To the victims' families, I'm sorry.
10 minutes later, he was declared dead. Demetrius Frazier, Alabama, February 6, 2025. In 1991, Demetrius Frazier killed a man during a robbery. He beat the victim and fled with only $87. He was arrested later that same night. February 6, 2025, Holman Correctional Facility, Alabama. He became the second person in U.S. history to be executed by nitrogen gas. Last words.
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
He lost consciousness within moments.
James Ford, Florida, February 13th, 2025. In 1997, James Ford killed a couple in their home during a burglary. He claimed he was under the influence at the time. He showed little emotion during trial, but later expressed regret.
February 13, 2025, Florida State Prison. He was quiet as he entered the chamber. Last words.
I regret it all. I wish I could take it back.
He died quietly. Richard Tabler, Texas, February 13, 2025. In 2004, Richard Tabler murdered 2 men following a dispute related to nightclub management. He orchestrated the killings with help from an accomplice and was later linked to the crime via phone records. February 13, 2025, Huntsville Unit, Texas. He appeared calm and showed little E0 motion. Last words.
Thank you for never giving up on me.
Death came swiftly. Jesse Hoffman, Jater, Louisiana, March 18, 2025. In 2001, Jesse Hoffman Jr. robbed and murdered a man inside a convenience store. He was captured several days later while attempting to leave the state. March 18, 2025, Louisiana State Penitentiary. He chose nitrogen gas as his method of execution, a rare decision. Last words.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
He died with scripture on his lips. Aaron Gunches, Arizona, March 19, 2025. In 2002, Aaron Gunches shot and killed a man during a kidnapping attempt. He later turned himself in and expressed remorse throughout his trial. March 19, 2025, Arizona State Prison. He cried softly as the drugs began to flow. Last words.
I'm sorry. I pray you find peace.
10 minutes later, he was gone. Wendell Grissom, Oklahoma, March 20th, 2025. In 2003, Wendell Grissom committed a robbery that ended in murder. He shot the store clerk during his escape. He was arrested 2 days later. March 20th, 2025, Oklahoma State Penitentiary. He declined media interviews and remained mostly silent. Last words.
Tell my mother I love her.
Michael Tansey, Florida, April 8th, 2025. In March 2000, Michael Tansey lured 21-year-old Janet Acosta into his rental car. He claimed he needed help with directions. Instead, he tied her up, beat her to get her bank PIN, withdrew money from ATMs, then strangled her. He dumped her body in a remote area. He was arrested less than 24 hours later. On April 8, 2025, at Rayford Prison, Florida, Tansey lay strapped to the gurney, needles inserted, curtain drawn. Cheeseburger, fries, cheesecake, and a Pepsi. He left half the cheesecake untouched. Last words.
I failed her. I failed life.
9 minutes later, his heart stopped. Linda Martinez, Nevada, April 11th, 2025. In 2011, Linda Martinez killed her boyfriend and his young son. She claimed jealousy and emotional instability as motives. The case shocked the state of Nevada. April 11th, 2025, Ely State Prison, Nevada. She remained calm as the procedure began. Tacos and strawberry ice cream, she finished it all. Last words.
I don't deserve forgiveness, but I hope for it.
She was pronounced dead in 11 minutes. Thomas Brown, Mississippi, April 12th, 2025. In 2009, Thomas Brown murdered his wife and 2 children in cold blood. He confessed the next day, saying he was overwhelmed by financial stress. April 12, 2025, Mississippi State Penitentiary. He declined a last meal and showed no resistance. Last words.
I've made peace with God.
He closed his eyes and never opened them again.
12 executions, 12 lives taken by the law. Some expressed regret, some found faith, others left in silence. The death penalty remains one of the most debated punishments in America, final, irreversible,